The Hope Women's Center has been a big part in making sure women and teen girls have the support they need to move forward in difficult times. And right now they are helping with a special campaign called Unwrap It. And Tammy and Dr. Rincon are here with us.
Hi.
Tammy, how you doing?
Good, thank you. We always love coming to see you.
Well, we love what you're doing in the community. And this time, it's a very important time to have the Hope Women's Center.
It is.
Because we know that you guys are dealing with a lot of different problems. One, of course, is domestic abuse that we are seeing more with this pandemic.
Yes.
And you're saying, come, the doors are open, ladies and teens, and that's what the Hope Women's Center is all about. So let's refresh people about all the different things that you help people with.
So we are a free resource and referral center for women and teen girls in any difficult life situation. We have 5 locations across the valley, so we try to space them out so that a woman can reach us in any of those locations. All of our services are free. We offer free life skills education, support groups, mentoring. With Dr. Rincon, we've added our Hope Heals component, which is free crisis counseling. We have free childcare while a woman is on site, so there are no barriers for her to come. We welcome anyone can come in the door and can receive services. But one thing that makes us really unique is that every time a woman's there, she's earning points, and then with her points she's able to get food, diapers, everything that her family could need, especially in this really hard time of the pandemic when so many of our women are out of jobs.
Yeah, and one thing, like you said, the doors are open to all women and teen girls.
Yes.
And the reason why you say that is because what happens is not just to someone who's in poverty, it happens across the board.
It does. We see
and that's why you don't need to be embarrassed to come here, because there's probably someone who is in the same situation that you are or have been there. And doctor, that's where your team comes in to help them have hope. This time of year, it's definitely hard on them because they might have lost a loved one a while back. COVID's happening, and so what are some of the things that you like to help counsel people get through at this time?
So right now we're talking a lot about grief and loss, and so I've been using an acronym called Unwrap It, because what usually happens is as clients come in, they want to like put their grief aside and like, oh, it's okay, it's the holidays, and they put on a smile, but that really starts to fester and it causes more problems in the long run. So we're using the acronym of Unwrap It, which is to first, just unplug where necessary, family, friends, even social media, just take a break. Then notice the nuances, notice the good that's going on. So much we notice all of the differences that we just are like, oh, there's so many changes. But this one we can just say, hey, look, and then write out any feelings or letters or stress, set realistic expectations, ask for help. We often think that we should be independent, but really when we ask for help, it actually helps others feel good about themselves. Then plan out things accordingly, and then identify feelings, and then identify traditions that you want to keep this year, and then maybe put some off until next year. So we're using that as a way to help people unwrap their grief, so that way they can start working through it and healing, and so it can really become part of who they are instead of just defining that grief and loss.
Which is so important, and again, people have to ask for help. There's nothing wrong for asking, and I think that's especially women. You are the backbone of the family. You are the strength there. And there's a lot of pressure on women to keep things going, especially if they've lost a husband or they're divorced or whatever going through. And they're afraid at times to bring that burden to other people. And that's where the Hope Women's Center comes in.
I think it's so powerful that women are able to come and learn in community. We grow in community, so they'll be in a class or in a support group and hey, that's my story too, and this is how I've gotten through it. And they can encourage each other, and then they're building their own support network to carry forward. So that's really key.
And the success stories are amazing because you have successful women that come down and help. And I like hearing the stories where you have, where one of the ladies came in who wanted to start her own business, didn't know how, didn't know what was going on, she was falling apart. And then all of a sudden she starts talking to a executive who did, her own business and everything, and now she's thriving. And that's the stories we like to hear from there.
Yeah. Absolutely. We can tell you hundreds of those. But that's the really awesome thing, is that your story is not just yours. It repeats itself in other lives. So the more that you can share how that you have grown and impact and been able to really move past this, the more that you're helping another woman, which is amazing.
So, and with the holiday right now, I know you guys are probably looking for volunteers, looking for help and everything. So
one of the really neat things that we do at Hope is our Christmas boutique. So women earn their points from coming to our classes and our programs, and then we do a huge Christmas store store at all 5 of our locations. So the toys, the gifts, they can get things for their whole family just using points, but we need the community's help to stock those Christmas boutiques. So toys, gifts, they can come to our center and provide those, and always volunteers.
I like it. Tammy, tell them the website that they can go to.
HopeWomen'sCenter.org, and Ashley's tips, or Dr. Rincone's tips for grief and loss are on there that she talked about this morning, but HopeWomen'sCenter.org has all our information.
Perfect. Thank you, ladies, for coming. Thank you, Doctor.
Thank you so much, Brad. We appreciate you.